So marriage counseling assumes there's a problem within the marriage. And I'm here to tell you that's not the issue. The issue is much, much deeper than the marriage. And when I talk about reconciliation a little bit later on, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why that is. So if marriage counseling isn't the answer, we need to talk about, well, what is the solution then? How do we really get to the root cause, to the real problem, Beth, right? If Beth is saying, that's not the real problem is deeper. Well, how do we get there? Well, we get there through individual therapy. So even when Camilla and I work with couples, we don't see them together. We work with them individually. So this idea of sitting together in a room, the couple, the husband and the wife, no matter who did what, sitting together in a room and trying to solve the right problem isn't going to happen. It's an individual journey. And it's an individual journey because each person needs different things. Again, it's not a communication issue. There's a reason why communication stopped. There's a reason why the emotional connection wasn't there. Maybe it never was. We need to get to those core issues, and that is an individual journey. So what else about the individual journey is important to know? So here I am telling everybody, stop. And I'm not going to say stop going to your marriage counselors. If you're getting benefit, awesome. Okay. I'm not here to tell anybody to stop whatever they're doing. But just ask yourself, are you getting to the root cause? Are you getting underneath issues? Or are you just staying at the surface? Okay. So let's look at how do we get to those individual unique issues that are underneath. This is how I describe it. We are all born, and I think I said this a little while ago when I was talking about the unfaithful partners, but I truly believe that every human being is born with this, and I'm very visual. So if this is your first time with me, you're going to hear me. I use a lot of visualizations because it's just so much easier to tell stories that way. I want you to imagine a baby being born, and in front of that baby is a road, and it's a clear road, it's a clear path, and that path leads to them living their best life. Okay? That's how we're born. We're born to live the best lives that we can. But unfortunately, we have parents and siblings and teachers, and we have traumas, and we have abuse, and we have all of these other things. And I look at all of those other things as boulders. And these are all these boulders that get put in that path to greatness, right? They get in our way. Sometimes we ignore those boulders. We know they're there, but we don't know what to do about them. So we just kind of sidestep them or we jump over them. Sometimes we trip over them and fall, but they're there. A lot of times we go through life, we just ignore them. We just pretend they're not there. Then something happens to us like a betrayal. And the biggest boulder of all falls, boom, right in our lap. And everything implodes and explodes all at once. So now we've got this huge boulder and we can't see anything else. Neither partner can see anything else. The betrayed partner can only see this big boulder and the unfaithful partner can only see this big boulder. They're looking at it from different perspectives though, but they're both looking at the same boulder, this boulder of betrayal. Part of both people's job is to get away from that boulder, to move the big boulder out of the way so that they can see the smaller boulders that have been laid down before. That's a huge key to the healing process. If we're in marriage counseling, we're going to focus on the big boulder. And then we're going to get upset over what perspective each person is looking at. But if we can go on our individual journeys, we learn how to get that big boulder out of the way. And then each person can look at the smaller boulders that have been laid down all the way back to when we were born. That's an individual journey. You're not going to do that in couples therapy. Each person needs to find their own boulders and heal them. when we talk about boulders, though, like when Camilla and I talk about root cause therapy, that's what root cause therapy does. It helps people not just uncover those boulders, but literally get them out of the way, destroy them, blow them up so that they never show up again.